Hey guys, you just let us know about a new trailer for Rebel Moon that premiered during football. I gave it an initial review, but I was drinking a lot. So let me check it out while I'm not making fun of the Giants for being the absolute worst team in the NFL. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Rebel Moon Part 1. A Child of Fire. I guess she is the child of fire. Sophia. So she's on a planet, notices these ships coming in, and immediately warns people.
What do you think they want?
Death.
Everything. That's very dramatic. They're here to take everything. This is the Imperium. Literally, it looks like Warhammer 40K, which I like.
Just kill us all day.
But like Nazi almost? German Nazis? Just
You think those soldiers will
Space Nazis?
jeez.
Dark side of the moon.
That's they're like raping and pillaging. And she's had enough. She is a secret super soldier.
Where did she
got
train at?
With Sable, Joe. With Sable. And MJ. Woo. Okay, she must be a soldier from there. There it is. Oh my God, her haircut. Got the pee hair.
Simple Jack.
I hate that so much. Why do they have to have dumb haircuts?
It's a military haircut.
The visual style is there. Look, that is a fucking Forge World. That is Warhammer 40,000. Charlie Hunnam he's back fresh from Pacific Rim.
Fresh?
He's done with the robots.
No more Jaegers.
Yeah, what else has he been in besides Son of Anarchy? Star-Lord. Who? Spider ladies. Muscle dudes.
What about revenge?
Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot here. What the hell do you jam all this in?
2 parts. That's how.
Oh, okay.
That's how. This was going to be 4 hours.
There's like so many unique concepts. There's lightsabers with so many costumes, so many characters. Are you going to be able to hold it all together? Freaking flying griffins like we're in Aragon.
Rain of fire.
And you have Avatar type things where the indigenous people are fighting back. Cool lasers.
Crazy
I like that
aliens.
flag. That looks like straight up Imperial Guard stuff. All right. When I was drunk, I said it was mid, but I don't know.
How can you not like this? This has stuff for everyone, like literally everyone in sci-fi.
Who does it have stuff for, Joe?
You got your Star Wars fan. Did you not see lightsabers?
laser
Star
swords.
Wars
your
fans,
Warhammer.
The Warhammer stuff got me.
The
Warhammer
the
stuff got me.
fantasy elements with the griffin and
Fifth
the,
element.
But when you're doing something homogenized for
I know,
everybody,
I know.
that's what rubs me the wrong way.
they're doing too much.
It can look cool. Here, I have no doubt that Zack knows how to do visuals. I'm just curious, does Zack know how to do a story? Now, here is... Alex just said no, but here is a crutch that he could use in order to give us a good story. And that is the Seven Samurai. So essentially what I'm gathering from this and the previous trailers is that they're straight up doing the Seven Samurai. And which is basically she is a former soldier. Mm-hmm. She comes here to this farming community.
For peace.
For peace. The Imperium shows up because they're in the sector. They're hungry. They're like, give us food. We're operating in the sector. And then they take advantage of the people and beat them up and rape and do all this stupid shit. And then she's like, that's it. I've had enough. And the city, the farmers have had enough. And they say, we need to stop them. So they hire a ragtag bunch of people, which is her, and then she goes around and collects all of her buddies, as you can see here with, so there's some of her past, and then this guy she's going to collect, because I think he's like a former general. So there's like a ragtag team like him. I don't know if she's in it. So a bunch of people, and then they
You got to have the brother sister deal.
form a rebellion. and I guess the lady with the lightsabers too. And then they fight back. So I feel like with that storyline, if you stick very close to the Seven Samurai, then you like automatically succeed. So that could be a little crutch that he's using, a little shortcut.
Yeah. I mean, if that is what he's doing, then sure. But I mean, we've seen this story so many times.
Yes.
And like it's been remade in ways that were good before, and I don't know. Like the problem I have with this thing is it's 3 minutes long, and it feels like I'm watching like 4 movies worth of trailers smashed together. And I know it's 2 parts, and I know Zack Snyder's whole thing is Zack Snyder doesn't know what a brief is. The brief for Zack Snyder is, hey Zack Snyder, we're gonna give you $200 million, make a movie that's an hour and a half to 2 hours. He's like, oh, I made a 5-hour-long movie.
I made a 6-hour-long movie.
And he's like, but no, we told
with
you can only
multiple parts and epilogues and prologues.
yeah. And so we can't put this in theaters. And it's like, all right, just edit it down until it's a nonsensical piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, Zack did make something good, but it didn't fit the brief. Now Netflix did give him 2 full movies, I think.
Yes,
and
there's part 1 and part 2, and I think his wife was recently has been on the record saying they wanted part 3. So like this guy, he wants to do, and then he was even talking about a TV series about characters' previous pasts, and then he was talking about an RPG that he's working on and potential video games. Zack wants his own franchise, and it'll keep him working. And there's wish fulfillment. There's like, I see the little kid in me. We used to make movies and create worlds, and so a part of me wants to support that. And if he makes something good and it's fucking awesome, I'm gonna go out and shout it to the world. But I don't know. There's just some things here that I guess you just got to see it. You just got to see it. There's too much here to get excited about individually. There's these scribe dudes look cool. I looked them up. They're basically, people that hold the histories and stuff, but then they have like psychic powers that they could rewrite your memories so that's how they control so it's like every fucking thing is its own goddamn TV series and its own lore bit.
Yeah, I mean the trailer's been successful because I do want to watch this. I'm only just to see like, holy shit, you're trying to jam too much stuff in there. It's like I want, like, you could do an entire movie on those religious dudes. You could do an entire movie on the Imperium, on like all these other things.
This stuff.
But like, are we going to get enough time, even if this is 8 hours in 2 parts? Are we going to get enough time with each individual one of these parts where I'm going to be satisfied with all the different pieces?
Yeah.
Or is he trying to shove too much into too small a box again?
Right. And I don't know much about Sophia other than, I guess, The Mummy, where she really didn't have much to do. She's in the lead role here. Is she going to be able to carry this film? I guess if you're doing a Seven Samurai, she doesn't necessarily need to carry it herself. She's got Charlie Hunnam to help, and a bunch of other cast members. We're not really sure who joins her and who doesn't join her. But again, visuals looks interesting. I think this is another one of the people that joins. This is
Evil
a lady.
Pilgrims.
I think she's a good. Shit,
she looks like an evil pilgrim.
She looks like an evil one.
I mean, like, everyone in the 40K universe is evil, so.
Yeah, see, I like that idea. I want to see space battles. This looks like it is a space battle, but it looks like they're in space and doing an orbital bombardment. What about revenge? Do you want to go get revenge?
Yes.
Look, I know a lot of people out there want this to be the next Star Wars, want this to be the next space opera. And I have always been looking for the next space opera. I want something besides Star Trek and Star Wars and, Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine. I want something additional. I remember way back in like 10, 15 years ago, there were rumors of, Robotech. And you remember those rumors with Toby... was it Maguire?
Yeah.
He wanted to be attached to it. I've always wanted something like that, and I guess here is our first attempt. Zack Snyder's gonna give it a shot and Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a first attempt. Like, I want that too. Like, I definitely want that. I want the new Star Wars, but it feels like instead of starting with the first movie and then growing it
Right.
organically over time, he's like, I'm going to give you 9 movies
9
all
films.
at once. It's like, whoa, bro, let's do
yeah.
one. Let's see if it works. Do the
Yeah.
next year, and then we can keep going.
Do you think it takes away from it when he's jamming so much into it and making it such a visual epic? Notice how small Star Wars started. I was like, it's like a fucking bratty kid on a moisture farm with like no CG and no explosions and shit. And yet it was compelling, and that's because the
story of the
characters
actors.
grow. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see.
I'll be watching it as soon as it comes out.
I guess it's not what I said previously. Mid, I was drunk and just happy that the Cowboys were winning.
If you would drink every time they scored, you'd
Oh
die.
God.
Oh, I
were
pretty much
terrible.
was. So
Giants were
what I
terrible.
think instead, what I meant by mid is that there's just so much jammed in that we're not really going to get to focus on any one element, and then it just becomes all window dressing. And that's my criticism with Zack, is that it's all beautiful, but it has no substance. And so as long as he can put the substance in here and then focus in on the different good elements, then I think we could have a hit. And then also using the Seven Samurai story as the structure for your film also helps, because that's just a timeless story, and it could work. But we have to like the characters that are defending the town. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, there's no reason not to trust him. It's not like he made like a massive stinker zombie movie for Netflix before. That was
The
one
robots.
of the worst thing.
The robots. Maybe
yeah.
the robots. I don't know.
So
With
he
blue
has
eyes.
he's got good track record and then bad track record on various things. 300, and I get very 300 vibes from a lot of these shots when that like
It's gonna look
wild
amazing,
man is
for
flying
sure.
through the air. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Muscly men, no shirts.
Muscly man with no. I'm not into that. What is that movie from Mars? John
Carter?
John Carter from Mars. That's kind of what this kind of looks
Ooh.
like. Where
Ooh.
man, they went all out, right? They went
Disney spent a
CGI.
shit
There's like
ton.
different graphics and fucking different factions and explosions and ships and sci-fi. Does anybody remember John Carter from Mars? No. So I
No.
hope it's more the next space opera in that than John Carter from Mars. So we're gonna see. All right, guys. That's our opinion. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. And this thing is coming right around the corner. This is December.
I'm not sure. day, though.
Sometime in December. Limited theatrical run. This does seem like it could be pretty awesome on the big screen. So a limited theatrical run starting December 15th and will premiere on Netflix December 22nd.
7 days later.
So pretty much right before Christmas. And you know what? There's like so many things built in to make this an automatic success, even if it is a failure. Like everybody's gonna be home with the family. Why do you want to put something on Netflix? Boom, you put Rebel Moon. It's Seven Samurai. It's like, oh, I recognize this. This is fun. And then Zack Snyder's visuals. But will he have the substance with the characters? We'll find out.
To be
That's it.
determined.
See you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.